Welcome back, everybody, to Bro Opinion. Bro Opinion is the podcast and YouTube channel where the bros get together and discuss all things pop culture, from movies, TV, video games, and everything in between. And today we're back with some more fire debates for you guys. So we're going to start by introducing ourselves. So why don't you introduce ourselves, bros?
It's your bro Mir. What it do?
You know who it is, man. It's your bro ScrappE.
What up? What up? It's your bro Josh.
It's your bro Ddotcar. Happy Father's Day.
It's your bro Dash, man. Happy Father's Day, all y'all, man. Dope Black Kings. Let's get it.
It's your bro Troy. Happy Father's Day to the fathers out there.
And lastly, least importantly, is your bro Dev. And again, sending a happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. And today, for Father's Day, we're going to do the Mount Rushmore of TV fathers. So without any further ado, kick us off, Mir. Who's number 4 on your Mount Rushmore?
Number 4, my Mount Rushmore is Carl Winslow, bro.
Okay.
Who?
Give me some insight for that.
At 4? Okay.
At 4, bro. I got him at 4 because of the fuck shit he pulled on Eddie, bro. He ain't believe Eddie. So I put him down at 4, bro.
He has to investigate.
Hey, Blue Lives Matter, bro.
Nah, bro. Nah,
Whoa.
my man. You supposed to go with your son, bro. You gotta trust his instinct, bro. He had to go be car wash detective before he had to come back and apologize. Nah, bro. Gotta go with your kid, bro.
It's a parent's job not to believe their kids, bro.
Nah,
they've been with their kids their whole life. They know how they be lying.
Nah, not in that situation.
He didn't say he didn't believe him, though.
Yeah,
he did.
He didn't say, I don't believe you, my man.
Nah, bro.
Hey, but he handled it, though.
He made up Eddie ran up them stairs, bro. I never want my son to do that.
I can see you had him at 4 because the way he let Judy disappear and like nobody talked about it again. And he killed his kid. I'll give you 4 for that. Like he killed a kid. But other than that,
Eddie ran up the stairs, but he came back down. That's love, bro.
that's love. It was the firstborn.
He went and checked the cops afterwards too. So
nah, bro. Wouldn't have
in
to.
there shooting.
Yeah, he should have went in there slapping motherfuckers around, but he ordered a donut and some coffee.
He ain't eat the donut or drink the coffee, though. That's real.
Don't matter. Should have made them.
It was acrylic, bro. And the coffee.
And he paid for it. And he paid for their meal.
Nah, they paid for their meal.
Nah, they paid. He paid for his coffee and that donut.
Oh, okay.
I would have paid him with some right hooks and uppercuts.
God.
You would have got packed out by that whole diner, bro. It's all cops in there. All right,
Carl Winslow, number 4, bro.
All right,
Okay.
Scrap, what you got?
For my number 4, I went ahead and picked Tim Taylor, man. You know, Tim the Two-Man Taylor.
Okay.
I think I put him at 4 because, you know, he was one of those fathers who knew he didn't have all the answers. And so he would like go to his neighbor and stuff and look for answers and stuff. And I think that's a thing that's kind of lost. Nowadays, we look to Google and stuff like that for answers. And I think that person-to-person interaction is needed.
I like that.
Yeah, that's pretty dope.
And he was pushing weight on the low, bro. Niggas don't know that though, bro. Like I was shocked when I found out that nigga did jail time.
Yeah, that nigga was moving.
Traffic. All right. Josh,
Tim Taylor was who was that? Tim Allen?
Yeah. Home Improvement.
He was
a couple years.
He was on the interstate, bro.
Taking penitentiary chances. All right, number 4.
My number 4, I gotta agree with ScrappE. Tim Taylor, bro. Like,
okay,
he was a solid father. I mean, like you said, he didn't know everything. Like most dads, we want to believe we know everything, but sometimes we gotta research and do what we gotta do. He did the best he could do in the situation. Plus, he was funny, so he was able to make it a good situation.
Here's my knock with Tim the Two-Man Taylor. he never admitted like when he didn't know how to fix stuff. Like Al was really that nigga when it came to fixing stuff. And Tim was just like he swore
he was the
all.
face, bro. Al knew everything. He was the face.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Like how many? He destroyed so many things.
Hey, Ben Pro Tools love that nigga. That's all that mattered. The checks kept rolling in. So,
Facts.
obviously, they didn't mind. You shouldn't mind.
Shit.
You was horrible.
Yeah.
Like, he's smart enough. He just can't. You can't execute.
He had all the charisma, bro.
He do too much, bro. Like Steve Urkel, bro. Like he'll invent something, but he got to make it super power, bro. Like just make it regular, bro.
Bro, I got to dream big.
All right, Ddotcar, what you got? What's your number 4?
All right, so I thought mine was actually gonna be a little bit of a shock at 4, but my man Mir went with it, and I'm going the same thing. I'm going Carl Winslow at number 4. Pretty much the same reasons, bro. That shit he pulled with Eddie was trash, bro. I don't respect that. Like, he should have went in there just throwing hands, bro. Like, nah, you gotta ride with your son. Yeah, you gotta ride with your son regardless, bro. You know how cops is. Like, he got an inside look at that, man. He know what these cops do, bro. I'm sure he ran into plenty.
Hear me out.
No, I don't want to hear you out. He ran into plenty of racist cops. He know what
Ain't no
niggas
reason
do,
to
bro.
hear you out,
You gotta
bro.
ride with Eddie. And then, yeah, like you mentioned that shit, that Judy shit, bro. Like, what the fuck happened to Judy?
Bro, she ran away.
Kid, I don't know where he shipped her off to, but he got rid of a whole kid.
You're in the boarding school, bro. She's fine.
I can't respect that, bro. Like, that knocks you down a peg in my book, bro.
He adopted 3J though, so that made up for it. He adopted 3J, so that made up for it.
Yeah, I guess so. But
So you
still,
kill a kid and then get a new
that's why he's
one?
still on there, but that knocked him down a peg like the 4. I had him higher at first, but I started thinking about it like, damn, bro, you really got rid of Judy. Like, just gone, bro. No mention of her. They just kept it moving, bro.
It
That's
was
not
the John
fair,
Benet
bro.
Ramsey,
That is
bro.
not fair.
So, yeah, Carl Winslow, number 4.
All right. Dash, what you got? What's your number 4?
Lou Smith, bro. No, I'm playing.
Oh, wow.
My number 4 is James Avery, bro. That was Good Time.
Bro.
That was like he's one of them. They are poor, broke ass family, but that nigga always made a way for them kids in Florida. And like I like how. Even on the show, man, they kept that love. He was always, flirting with her, smacking her on the booty type shit, trying to get it in. And then, like, he took good care of his kids, man, and they was poor as hell. And, like, so, good times. I'm a for my man James, bro. I thought he was dope as hell.
All right.
Family fell apart when he died.
Yeah, this is a rap. That's my man.
Nigga was the angriest father ever, bro.
Yeah, I ain't gonna knock him, bro, but he was just perpetually angry, bro. Like,
For no reason.
Because he's so broke. He's working his ass off for the
I mean, I
kids.
get it, but
System was holding him down,
System
bro.
holding him
You mad
down,
too.
bro.
Nah, that nigga was always angry, bro.
but no, bro, I swear he beat them, bro. Ain't no way he.
Oh, absolutely.
Everybody
So
in
right,
the
JJ
house.
got to work. JJ got work, I'm sure. That nigga was out of control.
He deserved it.
Absolutely.
All right, what you got, Troy, on your number 4?
My number 4, he was an entrepreneur. He was authoritarian. He made sure things was running right in his household, and he did it with a little bit of comedy sprinkled in there, or actually a lot of it of comedy in there. But he my number 4 because his daughter changed from dark skin to light skin. So I'm gonna go with Michael Kyle.
Okay.
Nice.
Michael Kyle. That's good.
That's my man. That's good. That's really, I like that.
Hey, don't be a colorist, bro. What you talking about?
That's
Light
good
skin
as well.
Claire is a lot better than dark skin Claire. That's all I'm saying.
Absolutely. Her voice is annoying as hell.
You right, but still.
Don't.
He was good though.
You color.
Represent for the dark skin girls. We love you. We love you, dark skin.
I like her.
I don't hate the skins at all. I like all shades.
There you go.
All right.
Nah, I fuck with Michael Kyle, bro. That's my nigga.
Yeah, that's my guy. So yeah, that's actually my number 4 as well, is Michael Kyle, bro. He's hilarious, bro. He was an entrepreneur. He held his house down. And his life lessons, bro, he just had a unique way of teaching them lessons, bro. Like when Junior was getting high and how him and Jay was playing with him, like acting like he the speech was messed up and all that. So, bro, yeah, fantastic father, funny, authoritarian, and you still got that goofballness from being a Wayne's, bro. So that's my number 4 as well.
Absolutely.
Love it.
All right.
Love it.
Back to you, Mir. What's your number 3?
My number 3 is Julius from Everybody Hate Chris.
Okay.
He was, you know what I'm saying? I just was thinking about like who, like fathers I would want to have, and he, you know what I'm saying, he did everything for his family. He was funny, and you know what I'm saying, he still had like the life lessons sprinkled in, all of that, even though he was like so cheap and all of that. So yeah, Julius.
When did he sleep?
Yeah, like when did he sleep? All he did was work, bro. He might have got like 30 minutes of sleep a year, bro. All he did was work.
Rochelle was able to say, my man got 2 jobs. I don't need this.
Right.
Exactly. So yeah, I mean, I think Julius is a better version of James Avery because they both was poor, but Julius wasn't always mad, bro. He was like
that's the
time.
Yeah, he was so easygoing, and you know what I'm saying.
Like you living in Bed-Stuy, kid getting robbed every day. Let me hold it down. You got it. And your wife is always quitting her job with some trash, and then they just like, he just pick up another shift. like, if you need something else, I'll pick up another shift.
That was his escape.
I'll be like, so. Yeah. And then when Rochelle went down, like he got up and started cooking and cleaning everything better than her. I think it was amazing.
Yeah, he was, bro.
That nigga was amazing.
Renaissance man, bro. He did everything, bro.
How you clean? How you clean so good your wife get mad, bro?
That's a good one.
All right. So, ScrappE, what's your number 3 on your Mount Rushmore?
Okay, so my number 3 and my number 2, I was back and forth on, you know what I'm saying? But my number 3 was said before twice, Carl Winslow, for all the reasons that was said, it is what it is. Number 3, Carl Winslow.
Who is this man?
All right.
Well, all right.
All right. All right, Josh, what's your number 3?
Number 3 could be shocking, I don't know, but I'm gonna go with Danny Tanner from Full House. He had a lot to deal with in that house, bro.
We just talked about that earlier.
Yeah, though, like it didn't matter what was going on. Everybody knew, like, if they needed advice or if they knew, like, somebody was gonna say the right thing, it was gonna be him. No matter what was going on, really, all of them, bro. They said, all right, let me just go to Pops and see what he got to say. So, Danny Tanner for me.
You show love to everybody.
Yeah.
I thought about Danny Tanner too.
Yeah.
I thought about it too, but he had a lot of help, so I'm gonna just rock with it. All right, D-Car.
Okay, I'm gonna argue that.
All right. Number 3, me and Josh was actually on the same page. My number 3 is Danny Tanner, Full House. Raising a shitload of girls, bro. Shout out to my nigga Sid. Happy Father's Day. Household, bro, with a gang of girls, like that's got to be hard, bro. Raising them without their mom around, like it's rough, bro. Even though he had help, but him, I guess you would call that him being a good father too, letting them niggas come stay there, bro. And he's looking out for everybody. True. So he had a whole house full of niggas, bro, that he was taking care of.
Full house.
And you don't mention the fact that Michelle was a twin.
He really had 4 daughters.
He had 4 of them boys.
Respect.
He was out here thugging with 2 girls, bro. So I can only imagine taking care of 4 girls. That shit got to be rough. So, yeah, my man Danny Tanner always held it down, bro. Good guy. And put him in number 3.
You and Josh out here passing notes, bro?
Yeah. All right, Dash, what you got? Number 3.
My number 3 is Floyd Henderson, bro. Smart guy. So I like Floyd because, like, bro, you a single dad, the wife died, you got your own, you in DC, you got a balance between, like, you got the genius kid, you got Marcus.
Anybody call Roofer Man?
Yeah, you know what I mean? Then you got your own business, you're a contractor and shit, and you like trying to find that balance of the single dad raising 3 kids. and you gotta really like you have a genius kid. You gotta really like I got that. You gotta get to be the genius dude and take care of these other niggas. Oh yeah, I thought it was dope. Like, then he's hilarious. I think he was funny, but like the life lessons. Strong black single father, like I think it's a single fatherhood of like damn like black 3 kids and like he had no help like Danny. Just
dang, shade.
Oh, man. No shade. in DC, Chocolate City. But so yeah, number 3, my man Floyd.
I like that answer. Yeah, Floyd is that guy, bro.
Yeah, I like Floyd too.
All right, what you got, Troy? Number 3.
So my number 3, man, he's an entrepreneur as well. His sons was entrepreneurs, and every time he played a dad, he did the damn thing. He was pretty much consistent on what he was doing. And he also whips that is RIP to Pops Williams from Wayans Bros.
Okay.
Hey, I had him on my honorable mention, bro. Pops is my man.
Pops Williams. That's a good pick. I mean, I like the show, but Pops is crazy, bro.
Pops was a terrible father, bro.
He's a drunkard.
He's a rider for the boys, though. Like, he gave Sean all the money for the business, bro. And, like,
yeah, but he was a drunk. Never believed in Marlon.
Hey, he believed in Marlon when he started acting, kind of.
Hey, low key, yeah, he was a drunk and was always trying to whip him, bro. I can imagine when he was coming home late at night. You get scared, bro. You hear them keys at the door, you just scared.
And he had his own. When you look, goes bang, bang, bang. You better run.
All right, I'll give him that. He gave up his career for him. I'll give him that.
See, there you go.
Sacrifice.
That's why he was drinking. There we go.
Okay. Hey, as a dad, you never gonna give him drinking. You need that.
Gave up his dreams, bro. Turn to the bottle.
All right, what you got, Mir? I'm sorry, back on me. Number 3 for me is going to be Carl Winslow. I think he was a solid dad. I'm not going to knock him for the Eddie thing. I mean, you got to make sure the information is correct, bro. What y'all say in the military, accept a verify or something like that, whatever y'all say. But when
he first ask questions later.
Nah, bro. He got it. You as a black man, you got to move differently, bro. They already out to get you. And he a cop, bro. He had to be strategic and smarter than that, bro. That's what they wanted him to do, go up in there, flipping tables, socking niggas. But he had to still provide for his family, bro. And he took in 3J. He took in Steve Urkel, bro. He was just a solid dude. He loved Harriet, bro.
He had Urkel's cousin.
Still took in his mom.
Was staying there for a little bit.
Rachel and Rachel.
He loved all his kids, bro, and he loved his wife more, bro. Like their relationship.
I don't think he loved the light skin.
It's really good.
I ain't like the light skin one. He's dark skin.
Not as much, but yeah. So Carl Winslow
looking like trash.
All right.
Hey, one thing about Carl, that nigga didn't know how to relax, bro. It's Saturday. Why you got on slack with crease in it and a tuck-in shirt?
Tuck-in flannel boy.
Hey, bro.
Like,
that's the sitcom dad uniform, bro.
He never had no lounge clothes on.
Like, niggas in the 90s was nuts. Hey, but his dad do the same thing now. He pull up with some crease jeans. Like, his dad is the worst.
Uncle Tommy too, bro. Didn't got no, bro.
Yes.
Crease pants and tucked in shirt. All right.
Like, it's gross. It's so gross. Why you arguing this boy around the house? Niggas is wild.
All right, Mir, what you got? What's your number 2?
My number 2 is Michael Kyle, bro. Easy.
Okay.
Same reason Troy said. He was, you know what I'm saying? He was a great father. He had a dumbass son. Still trying to teach that boy life lessons with comedy mixed in with it. He was a great dad, bro. Great dad. Michael
and the
Kyle.
fact that nobody mentioned Mike. He had Junior and he was like 16.
Yeah.
Hey, good point.
Yeah.
So he was like he was an early dad and like flourished and still ended up getting his own company and made it out and got his kids moved out to the burbs and shit. Like so he made his own way, like from riding bikes, delivering papers and shit, and got his own trucking company doing his thing. But yeah, junior, he was like 16. So that's the
valid point. Appreciate that, Mr.
And
Man.
that was a good business. Like Floyd's business was good, but like Michael Kyle, bro, that he had like 20 trucks, drivers, all that.
Michael, he was living.
Yeah, that wasn't.
Floyd was just making it.
Yeah,
but also with Mike, like Jay was also successful as hell. Her job as an accountant, but she got fired. So like, yeah. So it was like, Floyd's by himself. So.
I mean, but Jay eventually quit. Jay didn't have to work at all the whole time. She just wanted to work.
Yeah, but at some point she was still working very, very well, getting paid very well. Yeah, help.
He still had 20 trucks. She working on that.
120.
That was a solid 20 trucks, bro.
It was illegal.
All right. Okay, whatever. All right, Scrap. What you got? What's your number 2?
So my number 2, I said my number 2 and 3. I was going back and forth for them. You know what I'm saying? They changed back and forth. But no, my number 2 was actually said before twice. Danny Tanner. The reason I put him at number 2. Now, hear me out. I understand that he did get quote unquote help, but really did he? You know what I'm saying? He was really policing up his own help too as well. So, you know what I'm saying? He had the daughters to take care of, and he was taking care of Jesse so much, and he also had problems with Joey. So it's just like, but I think he was a great father. He was a great brother to have everyone living in a home at the same time, helping out, they popping up with kids too. Jesse had his kid at the home, you know what I'm saying? So I really like Danny Tanner, and I put him at number 2.
Hey, they walked all over Danny, bro. Bro, Jesse really moved this chick in, got her pregnant, had twins. Exactly. I'm the captain now.
I'm the captain now.
But that's a good point, though, bro. Like, Jesse ain't even his brother, bro. That's his brother-in-law, bro. And he still let him move in, bro.
Yeah. Oh, shit. Yeah, it was.
That's a good
guy, man.
Danny is a solid guy, bro. He was a clean freak, and I like that, bro. I think clean freak people are perfectly okay in my book.
Yes, sir.
All right. Joshua, what's your number 2?
God damn, his whole name?
It is my government name. My number 2, a lot of y'all had him at number 4, and I understand your reason why.
Hold on. The feedback has gotten worse.
Is it mine?
I don't know. Try it again.
All right, so my number 2, a lot of y'all had him at number 4, and I can understand y'all reason why. But my number 2 was Carl Winslow, because I know he had the situation, but no one's perfect. And he kind of proved that, because no father is perfect, and you're going to make mistakes. But he admitted he made a mistake, the way he fought back and basically put him in a place, that shows a lot more. Plus, also, he made, like Hess said, he literally let this weird kid always in his house that was always like, why you always over here, bro? But he still gave him like
you always
over here, bro. Like, Steve, why you over here, bro? Don't you got somewhere else to be? But he still gave him that fatherly advice. So, and it's hard, but you don't always get that in today's society. So Carl Winslow.
My man,
Carl will stand up.
He was a real one, bro. Like Josh said, I could name mistakes on all y'all's father's parts. Don't come for Carl like that, bro. All right.
My dad would have gave them niggas the hands, though.
He would have been in the back of a squad car, black and blue.
And he'd be cool with that.
If he ever made it, bro. These cops is crazy, bro.
Mir's dad would have came home like Eddie did after he got into a fight with the Dragons.
Yeah, I would.
Nah, my dad let loose. He'd have threw a couple punches and then started firing off. So he probably wouldn't have got out the diner.
All right, Ddotcar, what you got? What's your number 2?
I don't like this.
Can I go?
No, we got the same pick, bro. I know we got the same pick.
All right, shit.
Go ahead.
So for number 2, for me, I'm gonna go with my man Al Bundy.
Stand-up dad, man.
Really?
Where do I begin? So, like Mir mentioned, bro, with Michael Kyle having a dumb kid, he had two of them boys. Yeah, dumbass kids, bro. Like, he was always fucking up. But he always held him down, bro. He give him shit about it, of course. But he was always stand up for his kids, bro. Like, whenever they needed something, whenever they got in some shit, Al always held it down, bro. Even though Peggy, like, he ain't fuck with her like that, but he never stepped out on her, bro. Like, he was always there. Like, she had to take it from you sometimes, but he was always there, bro. He never stepped out on her, even though he wanted to sometimes. Worked hard as fuck, bro. That shoe store for I don't know how long, bro. Crazy hours. Man, just wanted to come home and relax, bro. He's the definition of a dad. Like, I get that feeling, bro. Like, you just want to come home, sit here on the couch, put your hand in your pants, bro. Relax, bro. Relax. So, yeah.
Bro,
man,
he was an
Al,
alcoholic,
man,
too.
For me. He was always holding it down. He had held down the household. Peggy ain't work. She didn't do shit to kick in on the household. She ain't cook. She ain't do nothing. Oh, man,
Peggy
Al
was
held
trash.
it down completely, bro. Trash as
horrible as fuck.
She was fine though.
Bro.
Give her that.
Let me see, bro. I don't know how he was paying for this house, bro. He must have had a negative interest rate, bro.
Exactly. He made it happen somehow,
Illinois, bro. In Chicago.
Bro, working at a shoe store, he could have been making above $650.
He probably owned the shoe store on the low, bro.
Nah, G, he was at the bottom.
Playing at work.
At that nice crib too. Yeah, I don't know how he did it.
Bro, yeah.
He was selling the most shoes in the state, bro.
Yeah, he got that Dodge running.
That Dodge running.
He's on second
Al was a stand-up guy.
Bro, you really going with Al Bundy? That's blowing my mind,
Bro,
bro.
any high school football legend, yes.
I don't think he was that great of a guy.
4 touchdowns in one game. Polk high record.
Oh, God.
Absolutely.
Hey, y'all, hey, he got a point.
Absolutely.
Yeah, y'all
All right.
ride with Ddotcar on that one, bro.
Hear me out. Y'all gonna hate me because my number 2 is also out. And we did not discuss it. It wasn't like my number 2 is also out. But you talk about a dude that arrived for his kids, even though they retarded. There's something wrong with these children.
He throw hands for his kids,
Bro,
too.
like, Al is the wildest dude I ever met in my life. I ain't meeting him. I've ever seen. Like, Al is like a dope dad. Hated his marriage, but loved it at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Hated his wife, but loved her enough, like you said, not to step out. Even though she was an embarrassment, spent all his money, ain't cooked, ain't clean. He got this dog sitting at the house. And the nigga,
I mean,
like, that's
maybe if he
the saddest dog in the world. But yeah, Al Bundy is my 2, and then like I mean, he just a good dad, man. Like, did everything for his kids, like everything. And then like he said, he just want to come home and just relax with the hand in the pants, bro, and just chill. When anything pop up, he went to all the shenanigans for the kids. Went for the family for real, like all the shenanigans.
Right.
He was everything. So, yeah, Al Bundy is like one of my favorite dads. He's one of the best out here, bro. So, and then like you said, football legend, Polk Howard, 4 touchdowns in one game. Boom. 4 of them hoes.
yeah.
One game.
Yeah.
Big
Well,
Al.
Al, though, maybe if he was slinging that thing around, bro, Peg would have been better behaved, bro. That's all I'm saying. She would cook, clean.
Nah, he married a materialistic girl. You know, materialistic girl had kids with her, and she just stuck in her ways, bro. But like, he never. What does he complain? He never stepped out. He just worked harder.
He wasn't trying to give it up, though.
Trash, bro. Her box is trash.
I mean, her box is weak, but he loved her.
He hated it. He really hated it, bro.
Bro.
He didn't want to do
He
it
didn't
at
want no
all.
part of that shit, man. But like, but never cheated. Stayed the course. Took care of his family. Just worked. Like, he just go like stay at work to avoid her. But like, just want money for the family.
At a shoe store.
Big Al.
All right, Troy, what's your number 2?
My number 2 is Heathcliff, man. And the reason why, he had a beautiful wife, had beautiful daughters, was taking care of the whole family. Even had Theo, was doing the right thing for the right reasons until after the show. That's the reason why I picked him as my number 2, man. He always had the household, taken care of. And, him and Claire had that perfect, bond. And pretty much just, the ideal father. besides the pudding pop scandal, and you know. But other than that, you know,
Shut up.
everything is
Scandal.
everything is everything, man.
Everything
I
was
respect
everything.
that.
Respect
All right.
it.
I can't.
I'm interested to see what your number one is, bro. But
I'm
yeah,
interested to see what all y'all's number ones is, actually, except for D-Cards. I know that's locked in. All right, my number 2 for me is going to be Uncle Phil, bro. Or Philip Banks.
Why y'all calling him Uncle Phil?
Because that's his character name.
Because that's his character, bro. Relax.
Because he's an uncle, not a dad.
All right.
Bro. Didn't
Didn't Al Bundy's kids call him Al? I mean, like, what? Is that who he is?
That's his name. Y'all gave him a title, Uncle.
Philip
So
Banks.
that's an uncle.
Bro, all right. Let me count the ways. Philip Banks. He rolled for his family, bro. They always had what they needed, bro. He was a judge, rich, loaded, bro. Princeton Law, bro, from the bottoms, bro. All right, Mir, what you got? What's your number 1, top of the 9?
First thing first, rest in peace, Uncle Phil.
Okay, for real.
The fact you had to say Uncle Phil, let me know he ain't a good dad. He's a better uncle than a father. His kid sucks.
He was
No.
I would take Lou Williams. Lou Smith.
drunk.
Lou Smith.
drunk, bro.
Yeah.
Uncle Phil.
Well, yeah, we let you do your thing. Go ahead, bro.
Story's father, bro. That's who I wanted to be my pops when I was growing up.
Your dad know that?
What?
That's so cool.
I tell him. So what? If I had to pick a father, it'd be Uncle Phil. Uncle Phil was always there, bro. That scene when Lou did Will wrong, bro. Can't beat it, bro.
A great uncle.
He was a wonderful uncle, bro.
Wonderful uncle.
No.
Oh.
Hey,
Amazing uncle.
hey, fuck your
Mount
Uncle
Rushmore
Phil.
uncles, bro. You're the top.
Number one.
Bro, y'all tripping, bro. He a better dad than Al Bundy, bro, by far.
You crazy.
I don't know, man.
You are crazy.
By far, bro.
Yeah, he was.
Easily.
Okay, so
Listen, he's more accomplished as a person. I don't know if he's a better dad, though.
when Will and then wanted to steal the statue from the campus, Uncle Phil said, steal the statue, whatever. Al would have been like, all right, what time are you going? Like, you gotta write your kids. Different.
Nah, you don't let your kids do stupid stuff, bro. Jeopardize their entire future.
Y'all ride with him, bro. You right there with him.
I hate both of y'all.
Hey, and that's the reason why Ddotcar and Dash is not Father of the Year. That's all I'm
Listen, bro. I've been wrapped this up, bro.
I ain't gonna lie.
No.
I live with the nigga. I'm like, yeah, probably. But yeah, I see you, Dad. Go ahead.
Shit been over.
All right, so number 2, going to ScrappE.
Come on, bro.
Number 1.
Number one. My
Now
number
y'all got
one.
the advice.
Dev
Number
on his
one,
Al Bundy
Rushmore.
drunk.
So my number one was, already said before, is Philip Banks, aka James Avery.
Y'all niggas serious, bro?
Now finish. You hear me? I'm pretty thought out. Dang, y'all just too negative once y'all hear something. Listen,
Man, we ain't good dude, bro.
Good.
Good. I'm best dad.
for all the reasons Dad said, but on top of that, Philip Banks, he was also authoritative and compassionate at the same time. And I feel like that's something that Black fathers especially need to be. And that's what he was. You know what I'm saying? He laid the law down. And then when you needed him for a hug or something, he was there for his kids. He was there for his nephew. So Uncle Phil, for me, number one.
He wasn't authoritarian. He laid down the law. All his kids loved, respected him, and feared him. That's a good combination.
Get shot.
And his compassion.
Nah. Bro, that was LA. Nothing you could do about that, bro. He just get shot every day, B.
No,
tough, right?
That's wrong.
You tough, right?
That's something.
The only one with multiple niggas that almost died. Will almost died. Carlos almost died.
He let his son get high at a party.
Bro, he wasn't there.
Hey, if he was a better
He
father,
was a better
bro,
father
it
would
never
have talked to his kids about taking unmarked pills.
Man, y'all got Al Bundy as two when y'all talk about better fathers. What are you
Hey,
talking
listen
about here? Man, this man couldn't provide
my
nothing.
list, bro.
Kelly was getting slutted out all her life. And
And
you're
Hillary
talking-
won? And
Stop
Hillary
it.
won? Hillary
She
was
had
a
standards.
whore.
But Hillary was getting
Hillary was
slutted
a
out by the rich
whore.
niggas.
By rich people, exactly.
He had a whole nigga go bungee jumping to his death.
What that got to do with Uncle Phil, bro?
Right.
All right.
What
was
was
a
in them
reach right there.
pancakes,
Y'all
bro?
reaching, bro. Y'all
Hey, my
reaching.
nigga Al did more with less, bro.
Bingo.
Nah.
I was off number
He had
one.
no big old house in Bel Air, bro. Unlimited money, black
Hey,
card.
bro.
He have
That's
all
his
that. He
fault.
have a butler.
He have a country club. Jeffrey
We can't help but Uncle Phil work
raising
for
damn kids.
Please.
Philip Banks
Jeffrey
work hard
raising
to get
kids,
that.
man.
Niggas would have been in shambles without Jeffrey.
Right.
Oh, well, he's been cool. You know,
Yeah.
new one.
You see what happened when
Yeah,
Jeffrey
I-
quit? I'm pretty sure there was an episode, right? When Jeffrey quit,
Yeah, I
Jeffrey
didn't know
quit,
this.
and house went
Yeah, had
out
milk.
Shit.
And then Vivian couldn't cook, Phil couldn't cook. Terrible dad. Well, not well, I ain't say
Vivian could
terrible dad. It wasn't that good.
Hillary spoiled as fuck, bro. Like, nah.
Carlton, greedy, and retarded Republican. Ashley was the only good kid.
Man,
Raising
y'all
a
had
black
Al
Republican,
Bundy at
bro.
number 2, though.
Huh?
Y'all had Al Bundy at number 2, though.
I don't see
With
the
his
problem.
kids. Like,
Right. Y'all talking about people's kids. And y'all talking.
Look at Al's kids, bro.
Bro,
They was just dumb.
They're gonna turn out to be nothing in life.
And they dumb. They just trying to make it. You
They're
growing
gonna
up
be
in Bel
nothing
Air,
in life.
your kids are retarded.
They're trying to beat their circumstances, bro.
Pull up the trailer now, bro. Just pull it up and hitch it on the backyard, bro. That's his kids, bro. all of Uncle
make it,
Phil's
brother.
kids were successful, bro.
They have all the same advantages, bro.
That's the shit about going out in our society.
That's why
right
he
now,
got
bro.
it out the
First
mud.
place.
He got it out the mud.
They gonna get better, baby.
He got it out the mud, bro. He was in that little rat-infested apartment. He ain't stay there, though. He got it out.
Why didn't he stay there and build up his community, brother?
He did. He went back to
fuck
fix
out
up
of
the
there.
community
Fuck out of
center.
there.
That's when he brought Will back. Yeah, Don't think he went
Off
back
of
and
one
fixed up the
episode?
community center. That's just a little snippet, bro. And he was always writing checks, bro. And he was writing checks. All right. All right, Josh, what you got number 1 on your Mount Rushmore?
Ooh, okay. But yeah, my number 1 is Philip Banks because he did a lot of things. He was the all-encompassed father because, of course, he could be funny. What you have to respect is that he built generational wealth because, yes, he started from the bottom, but then when he worked his way up, he knew he wanted to get a better life for his kids, so he built generational wealth. And then Mir and Dash, y'all can't sit here and tell me that final scene when Will's going to say, you know, you don't have to call me on Sundays or whatever. He said, no, you are my son.
You are my son.
Yeah. Oh, you talking about Ddotcar and Dash. I'm with you on this, brother.
Phil, even though his name was Uncle Phil, he was Philip Banks. He was first Philip Banks. He was a father to the other 3. But in the end of the day, he was, in truth, the father to Will. So even though he might have been Uncle Phil at the end of that whole series, he said, no, you are my son, which in all totality, he was.
That nigga 6 years to say that, though.
So, but I understand where y'all coming from. But like I said, he built generational wealth. That was like one of the biggest things for me because, of course, he was loyal and he did like a dad was supposed to do. But building that generational wealth, which is what we Black people need to do for our kids, build that generational wealth. I think that's was one of the best things because, you know.
I respect Josh's answer, bro. He got a good answer. So
Shut up.
I'm going to cut y'all niggas some slack.
That's what I'm
bro. He held it down, bro.
Josh was dropping gems, so I'm going to give him that one.
All them was his kids, bro.
Nah, he's rich.
No, because he built his life, bro, for his kids, bro. He made sure they were straight. That's what a dad does.
He was
That's
already
doing
that. He's already in the process of that. Go ahead, then.
What you mean he was in the process and he didn't let kids slow him down?
It's okay. He's not that good. He's a better uncle than father, but I understand.
He can't be one without the other, bro. Those same traits that he gave to Will.
That's Al Bundy right there, Cameron. You see, you already right there.
No, bro. He can't. Everything he did for Will, he did for the other kids, bro. That's
you're the one I never have to worry about because he knew Will was straight. His other kids were retarded. So go ahead, though.
Because they were privileged, and he knew that he had to make sure that they didn't get stuck in that privileged lifestyle.
You gotta make that balance, man.
That's why he kicked Hillary out.
My kids are privileged, but they're also, I tell them all the time, that they're poor. You gotta make that balance.
I mean, that comes back to Michael Kyle saying, I'm rich. You broke.
All right. Terrible father. Go ahead.
All right, Ddotcar, what you got? Number one.
This better be good, too, Carson.
Let me set this shit straight, bro. Let's
bro,
get back
we already know who his number
one.
We already know who you're going to say.
Man, Heathcliff Huxtable, the quintessential, the blueprint. Like, bro, for what you want a black dad to be, bro.
All right, move along.
Wealth for his family. Beautiful kids, man. Grounded. Girls with the what she got a Spellman or whatever the joint was. But nah, just great kids, man. My man Theo was kind of dumb, but he was still a good kid, bro. He tried to do the right things in most situations. He always drop Don's, bro, and give him knowledge, man. Try to get him on the right path. Like, bro, just a beautiful fucking family, bro. Him and Claire, like that's what you want black parents to be, bro. That's what you want to see in a couple of successful black parents, and just their relationship. The humor, like the seriousness, bro, when he needed to have it, like Heathcliff, man, like it don't get no better than that, bro. He's the top of the heap. You can't put anybody above that, bro. If you watch the Cosby Show, that's number one, and we all know it, bro. Like,
yeah, that sauce.
I don't think to have anything different is ridiculous. And I'm insulted. I would do this shit on Father's Day, but I'm gonna let it cook. But nah, my man Cliff, number one, of course.
All right.
I need that barbecue sauce recipe.
That's what you got. What's wrong with you?
I need the recipe to that sauce. That was something else. I respect your opinion.
It's right. That's why.
It's not all the way there.
It's fucking right.
It's not. But
you know what's number one?
You already know.
Trash.
Nah, it's not trash. I mean, y'all ready for this? Great pick. So I was too going to go with that. However, I thought it was a cheap move because I never watched the Cosbys like that. I just know how great he was, and that's probably a testament how dope he was. Like I didn't even watch the show. I knew he was like the best dad. So for me, y'all gonna talk shit, but the best dad was Carl. The only example y'all got of him being bad was with the cop shit, but y'all not counting the whole other whatever season of him holding it down for the family, doing this thing. Harriet wasn't working, held it down, copping it up. He got shot. Son gave his son his vest. His son got shot like shit. I'm like, bro, what is going on? And he was a cop. He put life on the line every day to provide for his kid. Then like
he was a wrestler too.
And everybody. He took in Rachel, Richie, 3J, Estelle, Steve. He raised Steve. That was another kid he had because his parents sucked. So he raised Steve. He lost the kid. We still don't know Judy, but we'll put that.
Judy out here doing porn, bro. That gotta knock you down right there. Judy's out here doing porn, bro.
She out here slinging that thing.
Like you failed.
You know. But yeah, Carl Winslow definitely number one dad, bro. Like, what else you want to follow besides Cliff? Like he built. They were straight. Family was good. His daughter went to was supposed to go to Harvard. Like raising good kids.
I'll see how you can knock Uncle Phil, but then have Carl at number one though.
Carl was way better than Uncle Bill. How ain't he? Yeah, bro.
Carl was more present. I'll give him that. Like, Carl was there, always there. Yeah, I ain't got no problem with Carl, bro. Carl is solid.
I mean, how I'm saying like the disparity in like, because you ain't have Carl on your list at all. But then you have Phil, or you had Carl number one, but you ain't have Phil on your list at all.
Because I think Phil's a better uncle than the father. I think Phil was
like that. Disparity is way too far.
I think Carl's a better dad.
What made Uncle Phil a good uncle?
A great uncle. If we had a route, like you said earlier, we did a Rushmore of uncles, Phil is number one, and it's not even close. So
I can't name you
think
2, 3, 4.
Like the actual dad is way better than Uncle Phil. Period. But yeah, Carl Winslow. Carl Otis Winslow. Number one.
All right.
Die.
All right. Troy, what you got? What's your number one? Mount Rushmore.
I mean, everybody probably already know mine. It's gonna be Philip Banks, and the reason why he rode for his family, he made sure he had generational wealth. And to Ddotcar's point, because he always want to talk shit, so I'm coming for you, Ddotcar. So when Ashley was getting bullied at school, he stole on the bully's dad.
He did.
But he was
Okay.
Hey, when Hillary was doing what she was doing with the Playboy joint, he went up to the Playboy mansion and hollered at him.
He did.
Like, hey, big dog, let me holler at you real quick.
Talk that talk.
And she still did it.
Hold on. I'm not done. Don't make me come for you, bro. And then also, like when Will was going through what he was going through with Lou, hey, Uncle Phil was like, nah, you gonna tell him. You gonna tell him
He was a great uncle at that point.
He pulled down on him. Hey, he was at the basketball games for Will, you know what I'm saying, and Carlton, cheering him on, making sure he was there for that. You know what I'm saying? So
talk to him, Troy.
He was a great uncle.
Uncle Phil, Philip Banks, you know what I'm saying, whatever you want to call it, he was the best dad ever. You know what I'm saying? He was trying to be a politician. He worked his way from partner to being a judge. Come on, man. Come on, man.
Great guy, man. Great guy.
I don't want to hear. I'm not
gonna knock that at all. He's an
He's a great man.
He's a better example of a father than Al Bundy.
Y'all ain't gonna disrespect my man.
No, he's not.
Listen.
Like Al Bundy did more with less as a
Give
father.
Al Bundy.
I like the struggle that Al had.
Give Al Bundy $1 million, bro. And give Al Bundy $1 million, and his life will go into the toilet.
Bro.
He would have his life would have went into
Uncle
the toilet.
Phil wasn't down to
He
earth.
probably would have overdosed. Well, Uncle Phil with his $1 million. Hold on. Another thing Uncle Phil did, he was down for the culture. He was talking. Will was talking about Malcolm X. He's like, I heard the brother speak. So don't come at me, man. Come on, And when
man.
old girl came into town, that old activist buddy, bro, he was about that struggle life, bro.
I have to go rioting and looting and stuff. Phil wasn't with that. He set the record straight. And you know what?
They were talking down on me, Alpha, man.
So
this is me.
So Phil will always,
And simple.
Look, Phil will give you that sound advice and let you go bump your head if you want to. But at the end of the day, he told you what you were supposed to do. That's what a father is supposed to do. He's not supposed to
talk to him, Troy.
Hey, he was great. He was good, man.
Yeah, go ahead and say it. He's a great father, bro.
He's a great father, bro.
You want to say it, bro? Go ahead and say it.
And he made Carlton get a paternity test. He made Carlton get a paternity test when he knew that baby was his.
Hey, all I'm saying is
that light skin thing.
Hey, Dev. All I'm gonna say is
he traded out baby
Nicky
and
and let this all out on Ddotcar.
What's that about?
Talk to him, Troy.
I've been
Talk
waiting.
that talk, Troy.
Talk that talk.
You ain't got nothing for me, baby. I got it.
I love it.
All right, so for me to put a,
bro, I like that.
Still ain't
he was
Still ain't the
some
best,
fire.
bro. But I like that. I like the bigger you came, bro. I like that.
Don't do this, man.
You know if this Will Smith related, he gonna ride, bro. So you bet this on yourself.
That's my uncle.
Both of y'all.
Absolutely.
All right, so for me, number one is come on, bro.
Tell him, Dan.
Huxtable, bro. It don't get no better. He's the quintessential father. He's a doctor. He's married a fine wife who's a lawyer. He had multiple daughters, made sure they was all good, bro. They all went off to college. They all had good heads on their shoulder, bro. And they was living in New York, bro. Anything could have happened. None of his kids got shot, stabbed, none of that. Because he was holding it down, bro. And he moved people into the crib. He moved in old girl's husband. She moved
Elvin
in. Elvin and them moved in. And then Olivia moved in, bro. While old boy was overseas. Bro, he was just a good dad, bro. Like
he the blueprint for all this shit, bro.
The life lessons he
was talking about Carl, bro. He the blueprint.
I agree. Like, only reason I didn't pick him because I didn't watch the Cosby, but I knew so much about the man. That's how dope he was. I didn't watch it. I thought it was a cheap movie.
Oh, we did black sitcoms like 2 months ago. You still ain't watched the show, bro. No excuses.
Absolutely not. It's too late for me. I'm too late in the game.
Nah, bro, go watch it. bro. But
Definitely the
lessons,
blueprint for all these niggas, bro. Uncle Phil, Carl, they all take pieces from Cliff, bro.
Yeah, and he was just, bro. I like his style, bro. The way he dressed, bro. And his dad was fire too, bro. Like their relationship was great. And the way he was always like him and Claire always had these little their relationship was just fire, but the way like he was always sneaking food and things like that, just real nigginess, bro, sprinkled in there, bro. It's just a good dad, bro. I could only hope to be 1/10 of the father Heathcliff Huxtable is, bro. And so that's my number one. So let's just do some quick honorable mentions. We'll just go around. We'll reverse the order. Start with Troy. Who's your honorable mention? Black CV father.
My honorable mention would be Carl Winslow.
Okay, I respect that. All right, what about you, Ddotcar? What's your honorable mention?
Honorable mention is actually gonna be Uncle Phil, man. I had to have him somewhere in that area. Him and Carl was a toss-up, bro, but I went with Carl. But Uncle Phil, all the reasons y'all mentioned, man, he's a good dude. I ain't gonna knock him and say trash, bro. He just wasn't better than the ones I posted. So, Uncle Phil, honorable mention, man.
All right, Dash, what you got?
Okay. My honorable mention is Michael Kyle. That's my man right there. Like I like for my personality, I think he fits me the best. I think that's why like we both. He's a little more goofy than me, but like my kids, like I do my kids the same way. I'm just not as like he be plotting. Like he got some plot, and I think that's hilarious. Yeah, all the shame. But yeah, and then like he was knocking down the wife all the time. But like, yeah, great kids. Well, in their heart. like he did his thing. Michael Kyle definitely on the mention.
Yeah. I like him. All right, and ScrappE, what you got? What's your number? No, it's Josh. My fault. Josh, what's your number? Your honorable mention, actually.
I'm gonna mention Michael Kyle, funny father. It's never too bad to go with a funny father, bro.
Hilarious. I think he's the funniest father out of all of them.
Well, according to Ddotcar and them, it's not Al Bundy because that man threw a lot of insults out there.
Like, he had the flames.
He wasn't funny though.
I don't know.
Bro, what's that neighbor's name, bro?
That was me. But that's close one for real.
That's crazy.
I think Kyle, because he had the banner with his wife, bro. So him and Jay, like going back and forth off each other was pretty funny. But Al, bro, he lights you up all by himself, bro.
Yeah, and I'm like,
Al has me.
But like Jay and Mike, they would like tag team and scheme on their kids and do some wild shit. Like it made it funnier. Like, damn, bro, what is that's hilarious.
Right. All right, ScrappE, what you got? What's your honorable mention?
Okay, so my honorable mention. I actually had two for real. I actually had two for real, but I would say Andre Johnson. You know what I'm saying? He's a mix of Michael Kyle and Uncle Phil. You know what I'm saying? And Dan Connor. Dan Connor had to do with a whole lot. Blackish.
Oh, okay. All right. I don't know why that name didn't stick with me.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? He was. I feel like he's a mix of. For real, it's a mix of Uncle Phil and Michael Kyle to me, dealing with a dumb son named Junior, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. I love it. And Dan Connor, I think since Roseanne Barr had to lead a show, you know what I'm saying, he had to step up with the intro and everything. And I think like his father's shit was big the whole show, and then to have his wife die and then still have to just deal with everything. He just went and kept going with everything. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of hard to not even throw him out there.
All right. What you got, Mir? What's your honorable mention?
My honorable mention is a father that is kind of like my father, like so close. So my honorable mention be Pops Williams, bro.
Hey, Pops is my man, though. Dog. Pops is my dude. I almost had him in my joint.
So yeah, like that's like close to my father as I can like thank a TV father. So Pops Williams, honorable mention.
Well, tell Pops, let me get $20,000 for a newsstand real quick.
Hey, I mean, he probably would give you 20. Oh, he probably would give you 20, but he a bitch about it. But yeah, so he'll have you, but he a bitch about it. yeah, Pops Williams, honorable mention.
All right. And for me, my honorable mention is going to be Danny Tanner, bro. For the reasons y'all said earlier, bro. Like his wife died, bro. He raised 3 daughters, bro. San Francisco, the most expensive place any nigga could live, bro. And just
yeah, he was holding it down, bro.
Yeah, bro. So he was just a solid dude. He was funny, bro. The girls loved him, bro, and he brought in help, bro. He admitted he needed help, and he brought in help, but he was really the help to the help. So Danny Tanner, bro, raising 3 daughters, bro, I can only imagine. God bless those who were doing that, bro. And make sure they didn't turn into too much of Karen.
Hey, check on Sam, bro.
Yeah. Send a text out to Sam when y'all get a moment.
He's going through it, I'm sure.
All right. So that is our Mount Rushmore of TV fathers. So we appreciate you guys for joining us as always. Look forward to new videos every Sunday. From all the bros here, we just want to just say stay connected, stay tuned, and stay bros. And we out.
Happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day.